Let us see what he's going to do. I would like to invite our friend Rohit.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool.
Hello, my name is Rohit. As I mentioned before, I am the son of my mom and my dad. Right? So I'm a member, of course, and the one thing, or the best thing that I've learned in Toastmasters is the way to give a speech is not about research or finding fun facts or jokes. It's about talking from your heart, right? I can talk about my whole life, my 16 years on Earth, and it would still be a good speech. But that's what I'm gonna do. So, I'm gonna start when I was a child. A few weeks ago, we were watching videos of me being a baby, right? I was so lazy. Like, if I was gonna crawl, I'd attempt to crawl once. And then I couldn't do it, so I just went back to sleep. I was lazy, I didn't feel like it. Next, around in kindergarten, this is when the good thing in my life happened. My kindergarten teacher said, I wish every student that I've ever taught was as smart like Rohit. Right? This is the first thing I can remember in school. And I think I may have went back on that by all this weird stuff I've done after that, but still, that's where it started. That's where I went to school. That's where I learned that I was capable of doing good things in life. Alright, next, I met my best friend. His name was Aksher. And how I met him was a blue car. Because I had this red car in our playtime, long time ago, and I'm sure no one has recess or pretty much fun time in class, right? In kindergarten, we used to have this fun time where we could do whatever we wanted. And the teacher had cars and all kinds of stuff to play, right? And my friend, he had a blue car. I like blue, because blue is the best color. Well, now I like that. But back then, blue was appealing to me. So I wanted the car. So I decided to ask him to give me the car, because I mattered more. Alright, so that is the reason why I met him. And he's still my best friend, and there's so much stuff we've done together, and no one is as good as him, because he's been there for me for around 16 years, right? No, 11 years, right? And then next I'm going to move to first grade. You ever heard of a fire drill? This is like the most ridiculous thing you can find, a fire drill, right? They do this wee sound, right? And it hurts your ears so much. I would like despise this moment, because I would be like, when's it gonna happen, when's it gonna happen, when's it gonna happen? And my heart, like, it was like heartburn. It would just be so painful to wait for that moment for it to ring and kill my ears, right? Now we're gonna go to second grade. This is where I met the most ridiculous teacher of all time. So, this teacher, I was in spelling bee, right? This is the first time in the spelling bee. It was called like the V or something, right? My teacher said my word was C. How many ways can you spell C? Like, tell me. C, S-E-E, S-E-A. You can even say C, like the letter C. And then when I asked for a definition, she did not give it to me. Even worse, when I asked for a sentence, you know what she gave me? I see the sea. What's the use in that? Like, I was just stuck there, and I guessed the wrong one. I was upset. And that's not the end for that teacher. She gave me a detention because someone else broke the lunch cart and said I did it. I had to get this detention signed by my mom. That was the most embarrassing moment in my life. To get this paper saying, your child's bad life. Your child cannot do things properly, and he made a mistake in life. I had to bring this home. And I even cried in class. I was, and my friend's like, oh look, he's crying, yeah. I had the right to cry. I don't make mistakes, but that was my first mistake I made. Alright? And then next, I want to talk about my friend named Ray. So he was a very interesting man, right? Man, he had this obsession with sticks. Like, look at all these sticks. He would make a sword out of a stick and then try to hit me with it. It was like a sword fight, right? That is what I did for my pastime. We go into the forest, dream about fighting wars with sticks, right? So that's what I did in my pastime. Next, in fourth grade, I got a new house, and like everyone says that moving is hard. It's not hard. Right? I'm not some social man. I didn't have any trouble going to. I was in veterans first. I didn't have any trouble going to Hollywood, right? And then we were on this family vacation with my cousins, right? And I had this very nice experience once. My cousin actually, he said that I should eat quinoa, like quinoa, this type of rice, right? And you know how he tried to convince me? He said that Joe Flacco, a football player, eats quinoa. And I asked for proof. You know how he gave the proof? I had two cousins. One was Satya and one was Vikram. So Vikram changed Satya's profile to Joe Flacco and put his picture in it. Wow, I was so convinced, right? And then exactly every time Joe Flacco messaged, Satya was not in the room. Eventually, I was like dumb. I'm like, no, fine, I'll just eat it. I believe you, right? So I ended up eating that quinoa, and I like quinoa now. That's just like how I hated spinach for 8 years, and then one day, like 6 months ago, I was like, spinach is my new favorite vegetable, and it's like I have like an addiction to spinach now. I don't know, I just like it so much. That's how things can change in life. Alright, next I want to talk about 6th grade when I got a phone, a phone, right? Where every text was 10 cents. Oh my, did I trust my friends with my number? Oh, we wasted a lot of money, like hi, 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 hi. They would just keep typing hi. That's a lot of money down the drain. Next, I want to talk about a birthday. I had a birthday once, right? And it was younger than when I was in 6th grade. But when everyone said happy birthday to me, they all jumped on me and started smashing me with cake. Like, what's the use of cake if you just jump on someone and put the cake on them? You're supposed to eat it. They were just saying, like, you can't have the cake and eat it too, right? But I didn't have the cake at all. They were smashing it in my face, and they all just tackled me and jumped on me, right? Next, I want to talk about 8th grade, where I got sent to the principal's office for touching a piece of snow. Right? I was in recess, right? And I just threw the ball. Someone kicked the ball over a piece of snow, right? And I thought it was cool to go over the snow, climb over the mountain, and then touch a piece of snow accidentally. I picked up the ball, and then this principal came on. He said, if your name, or no, he said, if you're wearing a blue jacket and you touch snow, please come here. And I swear, I thought I didn't know it was me. And my friend's like, go, take this thing for us. Make sure that we don't get in trouble. So I went and I got myself in trouble. I was like, please, don't give me attention yet. So I saved myself right there in 8th grade, right? Saved myself. Next we'll go to 9th grade. Okay, I was a failure. I started like a 55 in biology, which was like torture for my mind. I would think about it every day, cry, right? But you know who saved me in biology? Someone from China, right? Coronavirus. They were distance learning, everything about it, right? I couldn't see my teacher. There were no assignments left, no quarters left. So even though I was destined to get a B in biology, I didn't because of a bat from China, right? And here I am. And I think that I've actually gotten worse with this because we're all in this like a distance learning school setting, right? And in this school setting, we don't have to do anything hard. The thing about hard is not a thing anymore, right? So here, I was watching a movie yesterday night. The night before that, I watch a movie every day, 10 to 1. I mean, no one's gonna tell me not to, because we don't have school. I wake up at 7:44, right before class, right? 7:45 is class. That's all I have to do. That's how simple life is. You have to use all of your time to your advantage. Because, I don't know, how much ever time you gotta use all of it to your advantage. And that's the thing. I like sleeping in the wrong time. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's my sleep time. Right? I make up for all that movie time at night by sleeping right there, right then. And if I sleep, you can't wake me up. It's kind of like a random wake up cycle. If I fall asleep, I don't know I woke up, and then I wake up in a very different state, So, you see, my dad's always like, oh, a nap is 10 minutes. That's not what applies for me. A nap is 3 hours for me. 3 hours of no one disturbing me, no one's allowed to disturb me. That's called a nap, right? And, in preschool, I'm going to go back all around preschool. I hated sleeping, right? Why didn't I sleep then? I love sleeping now. I would cry, fuss in school. I would hate sleeping at all, right? Why didn't I sleep then? Now I'm stuck sleeping now. I could have just used all my preschool time to sleep back then. And I'm gonna end with one more thing, all right? We get a lot of good things in our life, and we realize that they weren't good until now. Like, my parents used to take me to Taco Bell, right? To make me eat a taco at Taco Bell, they had to do so much. You know how much they had to do? They had to buy a jelly bean from the jelly machine for each bite that I took out of a taco. Like, I'm already getting good stuff from Taco Bell, right? And they're giving me even more just to eat the good stuff. How did I not know this when I was a child? Right, so I want to thank everyone for coming for this speech. And I spoke from my heart, and I really did enjoy these 16 years on Earth. And I think as I talk, I just remember so many things that I've done in my life and all the great times I've had with my parents. So thanks for listening.